What's up, y'all? All right, so today's video, DeepSeek and the markets. A lot of people are saying that DeepSeek is the reason we had last week's sell-off. I don't necessarily agree, all right? If you look at the charts, all right, not most, but a lot of tech was at all-time highs, right? ES futures was at all-time highs, MQ was at all-time highs. A lot of things were at all-time highs. That's the cops using their lights to get through traffic again. All these things were conveniently at all-time highs. So I'm just not convinced that DeepSeek really is the reason of the sell-off. Also, if you look at NVIDIA's chart, they bounced right off of a trend line, right? So the idea that the market fundamentally changed, like that the supply-demand curve changed because of DeepSeek, I just don't buy it. Now, did DeepSeek change the game? Yeah, I think they changed the game quite a bit, but I think they also just increased demand for video cards because now they're more accessible. Like if you think about what competition was like on the global scale before DeepSeek hit the floor or whatever you want to call it, right? Before they came into the fold, everybody's building data centers, right? Everybody thought it was gonna be mad expensive. Now, if you have a data center and you see DeepSeek hit the market, now you're thinking, oh, I'm just gonna get 9x more performance out of my investments. You're not quitting, right? You're not getting out of the AI game, right? You're literally just getting more bang for your buck. Also, if you're a small player who maybe you have the technical know-how for algorithms, but you don't have the deep pockets for the infrastructure. Well, guess what? Now you have the pockets for the infrastructure. Now you're in the game, right? So now you're doing an investment in a smaller data center or some type of data center. It's not going to be on the magnitude of Meta or NVIDIA or any of these other guys, but now you're playing the game instead of just giving up. So now you're buying GPUs, and there's going to be a gajillion of all these guys buying GPUs. The people who are building, again, is the really important point, the really big data centers for compute, for AI, are still building them. They're not going to stop. They're just now going to get more out of their investment. This was a single week change in the game. The idea that you're not going to need massive amounts of compute for AI, I think is silly, right? It's just going to get more efficient. They're just going to throw more data at it, right? That's what that means. The model's going to get better, right? If I have 100 GPUs and 100 GPUs before gave me 100 units of AI, now my 100 GPUs gives me 1,000 units of AI. I'm not selling my GPUs, right? In fact, that might incentivize me to go buy more GPUs because now I get more AI per GPU. That's not how it works, but hopefully that example makes sense. So just keep this in mind as traders. Okay, you cannot over pivot on any piece of news. Okay, if you're a long-term investor, sure, yeah. Now, I think as a trader, it will bring liquidity into certain stocks. So what do I mean by liquidity? I mean speed, volatility. So speed and volatility is where money is made as speculators, right? Which is good. Okay, so we want that volatility, we want speed, we want more people, more aggressors coming into things. But fundamentally for AI, I don't really think that DeepSeek has changed the game. So NVIDIA was on the table. I saw some posts on Wall Street Bets talking about some guy who made money shorting NVIDIA, but only 3x his money on a huge 11% move in the stock, which just goes to show you that people have no idea what the heck they're doing. I mean, you could have made more money just trading SPX futures, right? Which is, what I did. Just trade futures. You could trade the indices heavily weighted by NVIDIA, and you'll do just fine. So be smart. That's all I wanted to say in this quick little drive video. You don't need to pivot on every piece of news. The market doesn't work like that, right? People who have a 20-year thesis on NVIDIA aren't going to suddenly change it because of one piece of news. People who are positioned at 100 aren't going to sell because the stock moved down to 129. Right? You have to remember that the market is an auction and people are positioned, and you still see where people are positioned regardless of the news. Nonetheless, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Deuces.